Big Katie.
So sorry about Tuesday. I'm so sorry. So bad.
You're a very good fake crier.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't figure out what happened because I was like, I saw on my email like Judd was logged in and then, but anyways, yeah, it was my freaking brain fart because I gave him the info for my like 9:15 a.m. class rather than my noon class. Was on that.
I'm glad you figured it out though,
Yeah,
because that would have been confusing.
And then that's why it kept saying the host was in another meeting because he had that meeting open. So I'm so sorry. I was like distraught. But then I was like, oh well, it is what it is.
It is. Don't even think twice about it.
I just put on the recording list. I just put a soft flow from like some months ago. But if you any of you guys wanted me to, I would do one for you tomorrow at noon. But I don't know. Do you care? What do you think?
No, it's fine.
I won't be here. So I won't be able to make it. So
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay, thanks for understanding. I'm so sorry. Okay, and hi Megs. Meg's joining us today. You don't have to put on your video, but glad you're joining us. Megs is in Boston.
You're a pretty big slacker, Katie. You better step up your game.
I know, I'm like, don't pretend you didn't hear any of that.
It's okay.
It's not my norm. Okay, let's do this, you guys. I will mute you so that you can put your music on or anything like that. If you have noise in your space, no big deal. And then I spotlighted myself. We've got core today, unfortunately for me. Fortunately for Barb. She's hardcore. She's hardcore core. That. Let's start just laying down. Lay down on your back. Lots of people. I love it. Rainy day. Good day for some inside yoga. Okay. So as you lay down, you can stretch a little bit, whatever would feel good. Maybe take your arms, legs long. Maybe hug your knees in. Maybe take a little rock. So anything goes. Just kind of feel your physical body a little bit more. And then let's come into constructive rest pose eventually. So eventually just feet on the ground with your knees bent. Feet nice and wide, at least hips width distance, and mat width distance would be even better. So nice and wide with your feet and let your knees fall in towards each other. And invitation to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eye. Just start to feel into the rise and fall of your breath. Start to take bigger, deeper inhalations. And slower exhalations all the way to emptiness. If you have your hands on your heart space and on your belly, start to really pay attention to the rise and fall of each inhale and each exhale. So feel the expansion every time you breathe in. And the contraction or the letting go every time you breathe out. Imagine that you are able to breathe all the way down into your low back, into your pelvis, into your hips. You might even visualize your breath moving down into that space. If you haven't already, start to turn on your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And begin to create that whisper noise with your breath, that oceanic sound. And then stay connected to this ujjayi breath. And draw your knees in towards your belly and just take a gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back a nice little massage for a moment. And then just bring your knees to stack over your hips, reverse tabletop, shins parallel to the ground. Bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers here. All right, we're going to take really slow motion yoga bicycles. So take an inhale right here in your neutral spine. And then as you exhale, right elbow towards your left knee, extend your right leg forward, pull your low belly down. Inhale, come back to center, keep your head hovering and just relax it into your hands. Exhale, left elbow, right knee, left leg extends, pull low belly down. Inhale, back to center, slow motion, exhale, right elbow, left knee, twist, empty out, pull low belly down. Inhale, center, relax your head into your hands. Exhale, other side, twist. All the way to empty, draw your low belly down towards the ground. Inhale, center. One more each side. Try not to pull on your neck at all with your hands. Exhale, twist until you're emptying your breath and then back to center. Breathe in. One more. Exhale, twist. All the way to empty. Inhale, center. Now stay here. Extend your legs straight up. Keep your head lifted, but relax your head back into your hands. Draw your low belly down. Now see if you can tuck your tailbone and lift your toes up higher. Pull your low belly down as you lift your tailbone up. Invitation to reach your arms up. Try to touch your toes. Keep pulling your low belly down. Get your legs as straight as you can. Get your toes as high as you can. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let it go. Full body stretch. Arms long and legs long. Pull yourself apart. And then notice if your front ribs are lifting a lot. If so, see if you can press your back ribs down just a little bit as you reach. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, draw your knees in, little rock from side to side. We're gonna now move into a bridge pose. So feet on the ground with knees bent, all 10 toes face forward. Arms down by your sides. Exhale, pull your belly button down and scoop your tailbone up. And then inhale, peel your spine off your mat. And once you get to the top of your bridge, if you want, you can work your shoulders underneath you a little bit more. We're just gonna take about 5 to 7 breaths in our bridge pose. Use it to stretch your abdominal wall. So those muscles you just worked, now stretch them out. Press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet especially. Imagine there's an invisible yoga block in between your inner thighs. You're holding it, you're hugging towards it. Breathe down into your belly. Keep pressing down into the back of your head. Your chin is tilting slightly up away from your chest. Take about 3 more breaths in your bridge. Let's slowly make our way out of it. So if possible, stay in your bridge just a little bit longer, but work your shoulders out from underneath you. Reach your arms straight up. So straight up towards the ceiling. One last inhale. Slow as you can, roll down 1 vertebra at a time, like your spine is a string of pearls, 1 pearl at a time. Then when you get to neutral spine, you're back down on the ground, tee out your arms. Bring your feet mat width distance apart, nice and wide. And then windshield wiper your knees side to side, slowly and intentionally. Little flex through your toes. Knees go one way and then the other, slow, spacious, intentional breath. Job, and then finish the round you're on. Come back to center. And if you want to, you're welcome to find your own way to your hands and your knees. Otherwise, bring your knees towards your belly, rock side to side for a second, but then we're gonna start to rock and roll along our spine, forward and back. So I like to grab the backs of my thighs personally, but grab wherever feels best to you, and take some rocks and rolls. So give it a moment, be here for a moment, massage out the length of your spine, and find a little bit of core engagement. See if you can even maybe find a little hover time on your sit bones like you're in boat pose, or on your upper back like you're in plow pose. So be playful. Eventually, we'll come onto our hands and our knees. So you can just cross your ankles, rock over your feet, and then hands and knees, tabletop position. Crawl back as much as you need to so you're nice and centered on your mat. All right, and then from hands and knees, just any little bits and pieces of movement, any exploration of your body from this position. Hip circles, cat cows, wrist stretches, child's pose. Good job, friends. And then eventually let's take it all the way back, downward facing dog. And once you're back in down dog, same thing, just feel around, pedal out your heels, shift your hips from side to side. Reconnect to your ujjayi breath. So big, spacious inhales, all the way to empty with every exhale. With every exhale, see if you can find your center. So at the very, very bottom, your belly button pulls in and up. You feel that connection to your strong core. Take one more inhalation into your down dog. And then exhale, just look forward, and however you want to get there, forward fold at the top of your mat. Then straight into a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow, let it go. Let's rise all the way to stand. Inhale your arms overhead. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, stretch tall, high mountain. Slow dive. All the way down and fold. Keep flowing with your breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Top of your push-up, inhale and push the ground away. Find your strength. Slowly lower, exhale. Curl open as you breathe in. Lift your heart, tone your belly to support low back. And then downward facing dog. Great big inhale as you push into the ground. Lift your hips super high. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release. And rise all the way up. Arms extend. Breathe in. Hands to heart. Breathe out. Let's take one more like that. High mountain. Inhale. Exhale takes you down slowly. Lift halfway. Breathe in. Exhale. Plant your hands, feet back. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl open, peel open, shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay as you breathe in, press into your fingertips, lift through your hips. And exhale, look forward, forward fold. Spinal extension once you've arrived, inhale. Release, exhale. Take it back all the way to stand, arms extend, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. This time as you exhale, chair pose, sit back, weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Bring your feet, if they're not already, hips width distance apart. We're gonna take a twisted chair. So left hand comes down in between your feet, right arm reaches up. Twisted chair, revolved chair. You can also bring your left hand to a block. Try to keep your knees nice and even, flush with one another. Keep your butt reaching back and your spine long. Open through the right side of your heart space. Use your strong core to twist a little bit further. One last round of breath. End of your exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension, halfway lift, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Pause in your plank, side plank. Right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. Left arm to the sky. So lift your hips as high as you can. And of course, if you want to modify, your right knee could come down to the ground. Otherwise, karate kick the ground with the outer edge of your right foot. Option to take your left arm forward, so bicep next to your ear. Maybe float your left leg up. Lift your hips even higher. So find your personal fullest expression. One more big deep breath. And then slowly plank or modified. So top of your push up. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower. 3, 2, 1. Find a heart opener of your choice. Any variation you want to take to stretch your front body. And then tabletop, hands and knees. Okay. Spread your fingers and actively push the ground away so you feel your strong arms. You shouldn't be sinking into your elbow joints or your wrist joints. From here, we're moving into a spinal balance. Take your right arm forward and your left leg back. Strong, straight, powerful line of energy from front to back. Draw your belly button in and up so your low back should feel supported, like there's a brace around your middle. Take one more in-breath. Exhale, elbow to knee, slowly, like you're moving through honey. Inhale, re-extend, strong and powerful. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. And then last one, elbow to knee, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, reach. And as you exhale, put your right hand on the ground, pivot on your right foot. Left arm up. You may have been here if you modified our side plank a moment ago, but this time we're moving into the bound variation if you haven't already. So if you would like, option to bend your left knee, reach back, grab your left foot. Press your hips forward. So you're not trying to kick your foot up like this. Try to kick your foot back and let your heart look up. Press your hips forward. You're squeezing your outer right glute to press your hips forward more. I know it's easier to stick your butt out, but try not to. Take one last deep breath. Slow release. Back to hands and knees, tabletop. And then from tabletop, come down to your forearms and set up a forearm plank. So elbows shoulder width distance apart, forearms parallel, make a number 11 on the ground in front of you. If you want less intensity, you can make a tripod with your hands instead. All right, step your feet back. So forearm plank pose. Draw your belly button in and up. And feel your shoulder girdles holding and supporting you. Feel your breath slow and steady. Now start to walk your toes toward your elbows, coming into your dolphin pose. Lift your hips as high as you possibly can. Press your heart back behind you. Try not to let your elbows drift apart. Stay where you're at or extend your right leg to the sky. So use your right leg to lift you out of your upper body. We'll stay here for about 3 more breaths. If you want to play in your own way, you want to take little hops or anything like that, go for it. Otherwise, just hold and breathe. Try not to let your head touch the ground. Try not to let your elbows drift apart. Use your strong core to lift you up one last round. Right foot down, knees down. Keep your toes curled under. Knees hips width distance apart. Sit back into screaming toe pose. So toes are curled under, hips back to your heels. If this feels like way too much, then bring your hands to a block or the ground in front of you and take some weight off your feet. Otherwise, keeping your toes curled under, keeping your heels hugging towards one another. They don't need a touch, but they're hugging towards midline. Just sit back, nice and tall with your spine. And take a few deep breaths into your screaming toe pose. Let the heat build in your feet. Send your breath there. If anything would feel good, like rolling out your wrists, rolling out your shoulders or your neck, go for it. About 3 more. Good job, friends. End of your next exhalation. Come forward to hands and knees. Untuck your toes and give your feet just a gentle tap, tap, tap. Pitter patter against the ground. Tap it out. Tap, tap, tap. And then downward facing dog. Reconnect to your Ujjayi breath if you have lost it. All right. From your down dog, Inhale, extend your right leg to the sky. Open up your right hip, so bend your right knee, peel it open. Try not to collapse into your left shoulder or your left wrist. Flex your right toes. Take one more inhale, lift your right knee a little higher. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, or just as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog, see if you can open your hip again. Exhale, right knee, right armpit as high as you can get. Inhale, three-legged dog, open your hip. And then last one, knee towards your nose, keep your hips high, step through super softly. And then rise up slowly into a crescent lunge. Strong through your legs, so energetically, whole front hip back, back hip forward. Your legs are your strong foundation. Little tone in your belly. Lift your heart, maybe even lift your gaze. And then feel your slow, steady breath. Take one more inhale into your crescent. And then as you exhale, lean forward, hands to your front thigh. If you would like, you're welcome to scoot your back foot in just a little bit to help you prepare for your balance. So really feel a connection to center. Draw your belly button in and up and feel your inner thighs facing one another. Your hips are square. As you're ready, lean forward, back foot floats off the ground. So strong and powerful from the top of your head all the way back to your left heel. And then only if you want, add your arms, warrior three, any variation you would like to take. Hips are square, core is strong. Deep, spacious, powerful breath. Take two more in your pose. We're gonna keep balancing though, so don't come out of it too fast. Half moon is where we're headed. So if you've still got your right hand on your thigh, bring your right fingertips to the ground or a block. And then peel your left hip open, stack it on top of right. Maybe extend your left arm up. Keep your back leg strong and powerful. Only if you want and it's available, bend your left knee, reach back, find the bound variation of this pose. Your personal fullest expression, two more rounds. Big deep breaths. You guys are doing awesome. All right, listen carefully. We're gonna land in a warrior two. So see if you can slowly, softly step your left foot back. Woo! That didn't happen slowly, softly, no biggie. Warrior two with your right leg forward. And then from warrior two, just straighten your front leg. And then parallel your feet. Arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, dive down, wide-legged forward fold. And anywhere you want to take this for about 5 to 7 rounds. So you can absolutely make it more restorative, or you can make it more challenging. Depends on what you're feeling, depends on what your body wants and needs. So if you can get curious about that. Just notice whatever is flowing through your own space. All that space inside your body, it's always there. Take about 3 more breaths. All right, next time you inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees if you need. Walk your hands forward, low lunge. And then from low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Open your right hip once again. Only if you would like to. Option to flip your dog. Right toes come down behind you. Reach your right arm forward. Lift your hips up. Feel that stretch in your front body and breathe into it. Take one more big inhale. Those of you in the back bend. And then everybody, regular down dog, walk it out. All right, great big inhale, lengthen, push the ground away. Exhale, look forward, step or hop, top of your space. Spinal extension, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's take it all the way up. Rise, arms overhead, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. All right, got one more side. Inhale, high mountain. Chair pose, sit back, sit low. All right, so make sure again, feet are hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. Then we'll twist, right hand comes down in between your feet, left arm to the sky. Revolve chair. Keep the weight in your heels. And keep sitting back, spine long. If there's a variation you want to work into, the half or the full bind, feel free. Give yourself about 2 more rounds of breath. Use each exhale to twist from your center. So good. End of your next exhale. Take it all the way to empty and then let it go. Unwind, forward fold. Halfway lift position, realign, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank. From your plank, we've got side plank. Left hand is your foundation. Roll into the baby toe edge of left foot. Feel free to modify any way you want to or need to today. If you want to take it further, right arm might reach forward, right leg might float up. Use your left side abdominals. That's what's going to hold you without effort. So if it feels like you're fighting through it, how can you be more efficient? Take one last breath. All right, and then back to a plank position. I shouldn't say without effort, but with less effort. Inhale at the top of your push-up, and exhale to slowly lower. Inhale, lift your heart. Take a back bend of your choice, and we're going to take it into a child's pose. So as you're ready to sit your hips back to your heels, rest your forehead down. Either child's pose or even embryo pose like I'm taking. Reach back and grab your heels or just let your hands rest. Some grounding breaths. All right, tabletop, hands and knees. So spread your fingers, push actively into the ground. I like my toes curled under because it stabilizes the shin. So just be intentional, whatever you choose. Left arm forward, right leg back, strong, straight, powerful line. So we're not going for a smiley face. Strong, straight line, draw your belly button in and up. And with your right hand, you should be pushing actively down with your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, slowly curl in. Inhale, lengthen. And again like that, exhale, elbow to knee. All the way to empty. Inhale, reach. One more time, all the way to empty, elbow to knee, navel to spine. Inhale, reach. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, pivot on your left knee, right arm up, open up. So you may have already been here if you modified our side plank just a moment ago. But this time, invitation to turn it into the bound variation. So bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Try not to kick your foot up, but instead kick your foot back and let your heart look up. Squeeze your outer left butt cheek and press your hips forward. Your foot that you're holding in your hand, spread your toes. One last deep breath. Slowly let it go. Unwind, hands and knees. We're moving into one more dolphin pose. Well, actually, one more forearm plank and then into dolphin. So first, forearm plank is where we're headed. Set your forearms down, that number 11 if you can, or tripod if you want to modify. Step your toes back, forearm plank pose. So find first your strong shoulder girdle. Push down with the belly of your forearms. Try not to let your elbows get any wider than your shoulders as you move towards your dolphin. So imagine that invisible rope attached to your belly button. It pulls up towards the ceiling. Walk your toes in, lift your hips up. 5 breaths in dolphin pose. Hips as high as you can get them, and try to press your heart back towards like the back of your mat. And if you want to, only if you want to, left leg lifts. Use that left leg to take some weight out of your upper body. So press up with your left foot. Lift from your center, last couple of rounds. You guys are doing great. Good, and then left foot down, knees down. Screaming toe pose, so knees, hips width distance apart, sit back, your toes are curled under. If it's too much, of course, remember you can bring your hands to the ground or a block in front of you, take some weight off. And you can do whatever you want with your upper body, so if you want to kind of stretch through your shoulders, your neck, your wrists, roll it out, anything goes. Just try to hug towards midline with your heels, so your heels aren't touching, but they're not drifting apart. About 3 more breaths. Let the heat build in your legs and breathe into it. Let the heat build in the soles of your feet. Last round. And then come forward, hands and knees. Pitter patter, tap it out. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Fire it up. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And then peel your left hip open, so bend your knee. Try to stack your left hip on top of right. Try not to collapse into your right shoulder or your wrist. You are more than welcome to stay here and hang out. Otherwise, one more inhale here. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, or as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog. Try to open your hip again. Exhale, left knee, left armpit, or as high as you can get. Inhale, three-legged, open your hip again. And then exhale, knee towards your nose. Everyone, hips stay really high. Step forward softly. And then rise slowly. Crescent lunge. Woo. Settle in. Breathe. Strong through your foundation, your legs. And then feel into your expression, your upper body. Lift your heart, tone your belly. Soften your facial muscles. Be intentional with your gaze. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh, lean forward. And if you want, you can kind of scoot your back toes forward as you prepare for your balance. So drag your belly button in and up. Inner thighs should be facing each other. Lean forward and float your back foot off the ground. So like an uppercase letter T with your body. Crown of your head reaches forward. Right foot presses back. If you would like, option to add some arms. Only if you want. You don't have to. You choose. Working your own warrior 3 for about 2 more rounds of breath. And we're going to stay in a balance, so don't get too excited to come out of it. Remember, half moon. Left hand to the ground or a block. And then peel your hip open. So open. Your right hip stacks on top of left. Your right arm might reach up, and only if you want to. Bend your right knee, reach back. Find your bound variation. Kick foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot. Breathe into it wherever you are. Even if you're falling in and out a million times, meet yourself right there. Last round. Warrior 2, see if you can land softly, maybe. If not, no biggie. I almost fell over completely. From warrior 2, straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet. So all of your toes now face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, dive down. Forward fold. Anywhere you want to go for a few deep breaths. If you like, side out your mouth anytime. Just a nice reset. All right, last couple. Halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, bend your knees as needed. Walk your hands to the top of your space, low lunge. From low lunge, listen, 3-legged down dog, take your left leg all the way back and up. Open your left hip. So bend your knee, open your hip, only if you would like to. Option to flip your dog, left foot comes down. Open through your front body. Breathe down into your belly. One last big, huge inhale. And then everybody, regular down dog, walk it out. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look forward, step or hop top of your mat, forward fold. Spinal extension, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Take it all the way up, rise, arms extend, inhale. And it's a heart, exhale. All right, let's keep flowing. Inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend, cactus your arms, exhale, navel to spine, protects low back as you open your heart. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then as you exhale, stick your butt out and slow dive down, forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you want to. Take your time. And just end up in a child's pose. Hips towards your heels, forehead towards your mat. Embryo pose is great too if you want to reach your hands back towards your heels. And just give yourself some grounding breath. Downward facing dog. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, bring your right shin to the top of your mat and gently set your body down. If you would rather take this in another way on your back or in a seat, please do. Take your time to set yourself up. Pull your right butt cheek up and back as your heart bows forward and down. And then breathe about 5 to 7 rounds in your pigeon. Last couple rounds. Feel free to exhale out your mouth. And then slowly begin to lift your upper body. And we're gonna come into a seat. So if you need to get there your own way, if you were in a different variation, just meet us there. So I'm just sitting over onto my right outer glute and then swinging my left leg around. Once you're in a seat, legs out in front of you, give them a nice little shaky shake. All right. Keep your left leg extended, draw your right knee in, and then step your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Left leg extended, flex your left toes back towards your shin. Hug your knee in and get really tall through your spine, puff up your chest. Take your right arm to the sky, inhale here. And then as you exhale, twist, right hand comes down behind you. Try not to lean back on your right hand, but use your right hand to help you sit up really tall. And then if you want to do anything with your left hand or your left arm, find your own variation, you're welcome to. You might gaze back over your right shoulder. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths, using your breath to work your twist from the inside. Just gently, not forcefully. You guys slowly unwind your upper body only. And bring your hands off the left edge of your mat. Take a little bow round your spine. Your right butt cheek can lift. This should feel good. Breathe down into your low back. All right, come back up. Okay, and then this is just a little bit of fun core stuff. Bring your peace fingers around your right big toe, and then kind of pull your leg back. It's almost like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Try to pull it back. So your left leg right now is on the ground. See if you can balance on your sit bones. Bring your left leg up, grab your left big toe. So right now I have this bend in my left knee, that's fine. But if possible, left leg extends, pull like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Your right knee is bent, your left leg is straight. And then just for fun, see if you can switch sides. So left knee bends, woo. Right leg extends like you're pulling on a bow and arrow again. I'm so bad at this stuff. I have not good core in this exact type of position. So just be playful and go back and forth a couple more times. Try to stay balanced on your sit bones, not rock back onto your tailbone. Try not to round your spine like I'm doing, but keep your spine long. And then eventually, friends, just regular boat pose. If you can keep a hold of your toes, awesome. If you want to let go, that's fine too. Hold in your boat for 3. Hug in with your inner thighs. 2, 1, cross your ankles, rock forward. You can step back, or if you want to, hop back to a chaturanga with bent elbows. Move through a vinyasa however you want to, or you can skip it. See you in downward facing dog. And big deep breath. From your dog pose, inhale your left leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, left shin comes forward, set your body down, left knee nice and wide. Pull your left butt cheek back and up as you take your heart forward and down. And of course, if you want to take a different variation, you're more than welcome to do so. Take about 3 more rounds. Open your mouth anytime. And just let a big exhale go. Make some noise even if you're in your own space. And let's slowly start to lift back up. And meeting in a seated position, so get there however you need to. I'm just going to plop over onto my left outer hip, swing my right leg around, and then both legs extend for a moment and shake it out. Keep your right leg extended this time, bend your left knee, step your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Right toes flexed back, and sit up tall, hug your knee in. Take your left arm up, breathe in, and then exhale, twist, left hand comes down behind you. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and then exhale to twist and maybe gaze over your left shoulder. And if there's any way you want to work this pose with your right arm, right hand, you're welcome to do so. Keep that flexion through your right toes, your extended leg. Couple more breaths, just gently wringing out. Ever so slowly, end of your next exhale, unwind your upper body, hands over to the right side or off the right side of your mat. Take a little bow, round your spine. Breathe into your low back. Your left butt cheek can lift. Good, and then come back up. And we're just gonna have that fun little playful time. Grab your left big toe with your peace fingers. Pull back, and then as you balance on your sit bone, see if you can lift your right leg, grab your toe. Play with bow pulling pose, or maybe a wide-legged straddle, or maybe a happy baby balancing on your sit bones. So just finding your core, exploring. And then when the love is lost, as my friend James Hardy would say, we're gonna come all the way down onto our backs only if you want to. Here's an option. Boat pose, high boat. Low boat, exhale, draw low belly down. Inhale, high boat, lift. Exhale, low boat. We'll do 3 total. Draw low belly down. Inhale, lift. Last one, exhale, lower, hold for 3. Draw low belly down, 2, 1. Let it go. Woo! Full body stretch, arms extend, legs extend. And if your front ribs, or excuse me, if your back ribs are lifting a lot, see if you can press your back ribs down a little bit as you stretch long. Great big huge inhale. Bridge pose. So find your way into your bridge pose just on your own. We already did this, so you know exactly where to go. You guys know where to go anyways, I know. Coming into your bridge, whatever variation you want to take, same one you did earlier, a different one. It could even be restorative. You want to put a block under your sacrum. Give yourself about 5 to 7 breaths. Hug in with your inner thighs, like you're holding an invisible block there. Press through your heels, especially in the inner edges of your feet, especially. Press through the back of your head. Imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins forward away from your upper body. All right, stay in bridge, but work your shoulders out from underneath you. Arms extend up. Inhale here, lift your hips. And exhale, roll slow, 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 all the way down. All the way down slowly. And then once you get to neutral, tee out your arms or cactus your arms. Take your feet out to the width of your mat. Windshield wiper, side to side. I think we've come full circle. Slowly. Back and forth with your breath. Eventually, friends, come back to center. And find a happy baby pose. And in your happy baby pose, you can explore a little bit, just like we did when we were balancing on our sit bones. Maybe you play with extending one leg, pulling your bow and arrow, and the other leg. Maybe you extend both legs. And from your happy baby, move into any inversion of your choice. So anything that puts your legs higher than your heart. Once you're at home, maybe you want to take legs up the wall. Maybe you will feel like taking a plow, shoulder stand, headstand, even a handstand. Use the wall for a handstand if you want. I'm just going to take legs up the invisible wall. Sometimes I like to just use my hands under my sacrum. make a little diamond shaped with my thumbs together, my index fingers together underneath my sacrum. And then it just kind of supports the low back. And then my legs just go straight up. And that can be super simple. Be in your inversion for about 10 rounds. And if you want to explore in your inversion, feel free. So sometimes in my legs up the invisible wall, what I like to do is like shake my legs really, really fast, vigorously shake them and just get everything flowing. Shaking it out. And then after I shake it out for a little bit, I keep my legs up, but I just bring them to stillness and I feel the energy flow through. So just an invitation if you want to try it. This is just stuff I've gotten curious about in my own practice. So it's not like this is right or wrong. It's just me and my curiosity in my body. You can do the exact same thing. I'm going to say after you've taken about 7, 8, 9, 10 breaths in your inversion, ease your way out. And take any counter poses or any finishing poses of choice. I'm just bringing my feet together and letting my knees fall open. You could do the same or anything else that's calling to you. You might even give yourself a couple big, huge, deep breaths, kind of falling out breaths, letting go of the control of your breath. Eventually just letting your breath come back to its natural state, letting your body take over and breathe you. And set up for your final relaxation, either the traditional corpse pose, or if there's another position that would feel better in your body, feel free to go there instead. And just allow all of your weight to be held by the ground. So not trying to hold yourself up, not resisting, just giving in. As you drift off into your Shavasana, I will read to you. This is a poem by Emery Hall. Spring arrived one morning in a sea of yellow daffodils outside my front door. It was as if they all agreed in secret one night, perhaps in whispers under the stars, on which perfect moment they would bloom. I wonder if that's the way flowers and all of nature work, in secret agreements, spoken in a language so soft it needs silence to be heard. And perhaps that is one of my life's greatest endeavors, to be so quiet inside that I can hear the daffodils chatting and laughing outside my door when they think no one is watching. For these last few moments, just that quiet inside, so quiet. You can hear it all. Witness it all. Allow it all. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And just slowly, gently begin to bring little wiggles, little movements back into your physical body. And eventually roll to either side, fetal position. And take one last moment resting there, curling into yourself and feeling into the nurturing energy of this pose. Maybe even visualizing it and soaking it in. Use your arms to guide yourself up slowly into seated meditation. So as you come into your seat, feel into the length from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. And gather your hands into your own heart, prayer position, or one palm stacked on top of the other. Just bow your head to your heart and acknowledge yourself in gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up, taking time out of your day, be in your body, to connect with your breath. Just be more present. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie dokie, my friends. Thank you. Have a wonderful Easter weekend. I am teaching my class on Sunday. If anyone wants to come, 10 a.m.
Yeah,
on Easter, I'll be there.
thanks.
Thanks, Katie.
You're welcome. Love you guys. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Thanks for